I know, it's Tuesday, it's not Thursday. Why am I uploading a video? Alright, so last Thursday I talked about all the pixel art and graphics I created for Residual, and I had all this footage explaining my thought process behind these pixels and why do I create them like this and that, and I just couldn't use it in the video. It's a bit rough, I wasn't happy with it. I'm not sure if it's explaining things as well as I should explain. So anyway, I thought it was also a waste of deleting it. So today, a little extra video, my thought process on creating tile sets for games. I hope this is informative for anybody. So after the intro, Tech Talk Tuesday, but with pixel art. Now, over the years of doing this YouTube channel, I think 2 years now, 3 years, starting the doesn't matter. I showed a lot of pixel art being created as well, and every time I do that, people ask me if I can give some tutorials or lessons or instruction videos about doing pixel art. But sadly, I have no idea where to even start teaching people how to do pixel art. If I knew where to start, I'd make videos as soon as possible, but I have no idea. For me, it's just it's about patterns, and maybe I can talk you through my thought process on creating one of these tile sets. Hang on, let's see if I think we can do it with this one. All right, I'm gonna break this up, and hopefully this will give you some explanation of what I think when I'm creating a tile set like this. Here we go. All right, so this is one tile set block, and this is split up in 3x3 little tiles. But we're gonna dive into it a little bit further. Let's copy and paste this one into its own version. This is one tile, 16 by 16 pixels. And the thing about especially tiles is that there are patterns to it. If you don't stick to a certain pattern, it's gonna look very messy. So for this one, it's very simple. The shape is like sort of a pebble. It's not square. It's not exactly round. It's just it has round edges and it's shaped like a sort of pebble. And then we have it in one color, and then we add a little shade at the bottom and a little highlight at the top. And then we add like these little areas with color in it. That's the rule I got for this tile set. So the rule is simple: a blue pebble-like shape, shade line at the bottom, highlight at the top, and a couple of dots here and there. These dark ones are usually used to create a little, like it's a pebble. It's not smooth, so a little bit rough. And these orange thingies are just interesting color blends because blue and orange are opposites and they work very well on your eyes. So I wanted to create something in there, and orange was the best fit. Now, sticking to these rules, I pretty much create all these pebbles in this tile set. There is no deviation. Every pebble here, it has a different shape, but it's all sticking to the rules I set out. It has to be round edges. Nothing is hard edges. Well, this one barely. It's still a little bit round, but all right, we can work with that. Shades at the bottom, highlights at the top, speckles here and there, and those are the rules for this tile set. Don't deviate from it. Stick to those rules, and you'll end up with an interesting tile set. All right, now let me show you this one, and I'll put it on the screen like this. All right, different rule set for this tile set, but still one rule and sticking to it, most of it. Here we have our very rough edges. All the tiles are like literally rough edged squares, rectangles, no round edges anywhere. And I used a little trick here, and that's that you can see inside these boxes. So the shade of it is like on this edge, giving it like a little edge on the outside, and then the inside is a little further to the back. And even this is like a little pattern. By adding shade at that spot, you'll always get this same effect, and then highlighting it at the right bottom, it just gives you this effect. You can do this with different colors. You can do this on different type of pixel art. It's a fun rule, and it's interesting to use it in this way. Of course, here I deviate a little bit, but that breaks up the whole tile set as well. So that's actually on purpose. We invert it here, and it's showing more outwards in the stone, and it has a little lighter color just to make it really stand out. So rules and patterns is really how you create pixel art. Shades is usually at the bottom right because the sun hits, well, you can see my light here. Let's say this is the sun, it lights from top left to the bottom right, so light is usually at the bottom of the top left, even in this edges over here. The light comes from there, the shade is at this side, and the inside of a tile is inverted in this case, which is a fun and interesting pattern to work with. So that's really how patterns work and how pixel art works for me. Same with these flowers. It's just stick to rules, come up and define your own rules for it, and then stick to those rules to create interesting pixel art. And here the rule was to create orange little lines and then give them a highlight on the left side and give them some darkness inside as like a stem of the plant or of the flower. So that's really pixel art. It's a lot of patterns and understanding these patterns. And really, if you want to learn pixel art, look at other people's pixel art. Just zoom in on it and really search for those patterns. Every pixel artist might do it automatically or doesn't even know they are doing it, but there are patterns to everything. If you want to have something created round or look round, there is a pattern on how to create that. If you want to give shade to certain things, there are simple tricks and patterns to do that as well. Pixel art is a lot of patterns because you can't put all the detail in such a tiny image. All the information and detail you want to add has to be compressed into a pattern that makes you think that what you're looking at is a certain thing, but it's not. So it's really just a combination of certain pixels and certain dark and light, playing with dark and lightness, and then the end result will trick your brain pretty much into thinking that's something you recognize from something, even though it probably it's just a bunch of little pixels in a very tiny space. Patterns, pixel art is patterns, and that's really all I can tell you about it and teach you about it. Do it a lot of times. Look at a lot of graphics and pixel art from other artists and then study their patterns and try to use those patterns in your next art, and from there on you'll grow and you'll get better, and I hope that actually helps some of you in making awesome pixel art. And if you are very good at pixel art because of these videos and because of these tips, then look me up and we'll work together or something. So pixel art. All right, so that's it. That's my tips and tricks, and hopefully this helps somebody else out there learning pixel art. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Next Thursday, we're gonna continue our normal broadcasting on this channel. Except last Thursday I mentioned we'll do the end of year review, but I pushed that to the week after. I mentioned it in the comments here and there. So next Thursday I'm going to talk about Residual and the road so far, everything. It's going to be a fun video, already recorded it, it's already planned and scheduled. So make sure to watch on Thursday, it's a fun video. And then we'll start a week of daily videos, can't wait for that. Every day a new video, and end of year video on the 30th, last Thursday of the year. Already also recorded it, scheduled it, it's ready to go. It's a fun video, 20 minutes I think, so a lot of information. So make sure to subscribe to the channel because there's a bunch of stuff coming, and more of these type of videos. If you like them, if you want them, let me know in the comments below or on Discord, and we'll see if I can do some more interesting videos like this on the Tuesdays next year. Alright, that's it. We'll go on. Moving on.